Now, I'm covering most of the packaging. I want you to guess what camera I have in here and what brand it is. Now, I'm telling you right now, it's not a current camera, but it's a beast. Now, this little monster is the Lumix ZS100. This is how small the box is. So imagine how small this camera is. And as you can see on the box, there's a couple of cool things that we're going to talk about. So we have all the manuals. There's like 5 different manuals in here. So I think there's French, there's English, and there's a bunch of others. There's a micro USB to USB charger, and it's just standard. It's kind of old technology, but it's still pretty good. Now, as I mentioned before, this is the Lumix ZS100, and this thing, despite being released in 2016, is a beast. A lot of us know that the compact camera market is really dominated by the Sony Cybershot, the Sony RX100, that whole line. It's metal, it's really well made, but it's one thing that I found that I didn't really like, and that's why I went and got this. The highest model of that, which costs about $800 to $1,000 sometimes, just to get 4K and just to get certain better capabilities and the flip out screen, you are paying a lot of it for it. But to get pretty much everything in this, minus maybe the flip out screen because it doesn't have one, you're getting a lot for your money. And even though I got this pre-owned on a really good deal, you can still buy it brand new or even used from someone else, and you'll still probably get a good deal compared to what I got it to. So I paid about $350 for this, and sure, it's not exactly cheap, but to consider that this thing does 4K video, 4K photo burst, and also has 20 megapixels and a 1-inch sensor, it's amazing. So it also isn't metal, but it feels metal. It's almost like it's almost like a very hard plastic / metal feel. I don't know how to even describe it, but it feels premium and it feels good, but obviously nothing compares to metal. Now on the camera here, we have a few things. So I'll point pictures on screen because I know you can't see it from where the camera is, but over here we have the EVF, so the viewfinder. So if I look through here, I can see through the lens, just like any other camera, and just like most other cameras. We also have over here, if I turn it on, so you can see it turn on. So over here we have the flash. I'll just take a quick picture. So this is amazing because it has an inbuilt flash and it's very sleek, so it just pops back in. Amazing. Before we continue on with the video, be sure to like and subscribe down below so you can see more of these videos. Anyway, let's get right back into the video. So Leica, for those who don't know, are really expensive cameras. They're really well made and there's a big history behind them. I'm not entirely sure about the history myself, but they are a very, very expensive camera. So most of the cameras cost upwards of $1,000, even if they're very old and used. So like the C-Lux, the D-Lux, all of them. And then when you get to the Q2, they get to like $7,000, $8,000, and they're still like compact cameras. So you are paying a premium for Leicas. So this one actually sports a Leica lens, 2.8 to 5.9, and it zooms 25 to 250 millimeters. So it has a lot of capability for what small body it has. So if you want to see the comparison of 25 to 250 millimeter on this, I'll show you right now. So this is 25. That's 250. A couple other great things that convinced me compared to any other camera that I found, at least that was in the price range, was this has something called post-focus mode. And although I'm not too familiar with Lumix cameras because a lot of mine are Canon stuff. So let's say I take a picture and that picture is out of focus. If I have post-focus mode enabled before I take that picture, then I can take the picture and I can take that picture and select exactly what I want to be in focus. So I'll put some example on screen so you can see exactly how it looks. But the only thing is this can only do it in JPEG. It can't do RAW. So you are gonna have that slight limitation, but consider this is still an old camera, but it has amazing capability for what it does. Now that you just heard me mention RAW, I'm gonna talk about that. So this little camera does RAW files. Now that's really, really cool because again, back in 2016, that might have been a little bit more rare, especially in these compact cameras. But to have something that can shoot RAW where you can edit them and the camera quality is fairly decent for a compact camera, you can do a lot with that. And again, for those who don't know, JPEGs are a lot harder to edit later on than RAWs. RAWs, you can save so much of color, you can save so much of a picture just by shooting in RAW. So having that capability, that also is insanely good. And I forgot to mention that these SD cards, the SanDisk SD XC1 cards that most cameras take, especially from that era and even currently, they all work on this as well. So it's really cool because you can use the same current SD cards you have for this. So there's a lot to like about this camera. So if I turn it off, it goes all the way back in, and then it's very small and can easily fit into any pocket. So since most venues such as concerts or like big halls where they have this limitation on DSLR cameras or mirrorless cameras, like professional cameras, you can probably take this in, and most compact cameras are allowed because they're not expected to have that great quality. So that's something to keep in mind because you're going to be able to get a lot of use out of this. It has 4K, it's really, really good, and you are getting a bang for your buck for this, even though I know it's a bit steep compared to something like this, which I got at a thrift store for like $10. So this is also a great option too, but again, you get 10 megapixels with this, you get 20 megapixels and 4K video with this. This I don't even know, honestly, because it's really old and I barely use it. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. If you like learning about the Lumix ZS100, follow and like for more so you can see more of these videos, and subscribe down below so you can see some more videos as well. And I really hope you enjoyed and got some value. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe down below so you can see more of these videos. And if you want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram or any other social media, it'll pop up right up here. Just hit it up and I'd love to interact with some of you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.